What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Breakdown, where we talk about all things sports. And last night, we witnessed something truly special here in Flint. Claressa Shields, aka T-Rex, aka the GWOAT, made her triumphant return home, and she put on a show, and she left no doubt that she is definitely the greatest woman of all time. Now let's set the scene. Claressa Shields could have fought anywhere else in the world and made a lot more money. Vegas, New York, Saudi Arabia, anywhere. She could have fought anywhere. But she chose to come home to fight in front of her home crowd in Flint, Michigan. Of course, you know I'm from Flint, so I was all turned up and ready to see the fight, ready to see that ass whooping that Danielle Perkins took last night. And I think that the entire city was watching. I'm glad. I will tell you, when I saw the interview, when Claressa was talking to Danielle before the fight, the day before the fight, when she told her, "Yeah, I know you got big hands and big feet. I ain't scared of that."
I know you got big hands and big feet. I ain't scared of that.
I was weak after that. Like she was about to basically like, "Yeah, I know you big, so I'm about to beat your ass." So it's funny, but let's give a little bit of a history on Danielle Perkins. We all know who Claressa is, but we don't know who Danielle Perkins is. So Danielle Perkins, her opponent, was a heavyweight, and she definitely was a pushover. She's standing taller at 6 feet. Claressa Shields is 5'8". Claressa Shields, I think she weighed in at 175. And Perkins was 180, 185, somewhere up in there. Don't quote me on that, but I know that they had a misunderstanding as weigh-in was. So coming into the fight, just on paper, you could look at it and see that this was going to be, Claressa wasn't going to be able to take this fighter lightly like she might take some of her other fighters, but it really didn't make a difference because she beat that ass like she always does. Perkins, at age 42, had the odds stacked up against her. For those who don't know, Perkins is an incredible athlete in her own right. She hails from Brooklyn, New York, and she once represented USA on the basketball court in Europe before a tragedy struck. She was in a car accident that left her temporarily paralyzed and cutting her basketball career significantly short. Then she fought back and got back into boxing, where she still took a 3-year hiatus and she was off for a while, and then she jumped back in. So she truly has a story of her own. She's truly shown to be resilient, and she doesn't give up, and she definitely has proven to be, a good fighter. She got hurt. She definitely stayed in to the last, she fought all the way to the end. So from the opening bell, Claressa made it clear that this was her ring in her city, the GWOAT that we all know she is. Her speed, her precision, her defense, it was too much for Perkins to handle. Even though once Perkins started to swing, Claressa backed up, but she didn't stop. She definitely proved to be the quicker fighter. And Claressa got some power, coming from her too. She can fight. She can throw hands. It's almost like she wanted to get into a hand throwing fight. She didn't like, to me, just from my visual, she doesn't really like to do the whole technical. She wants to throw hands. She wants to get in there and get down and dirty and throw hands. I don't see her backing down when she gets backed into the ropes or into a corner. I see her being very comfortable being in the corner, which kind of scares me a little bit. But if that's where she's comfortable, she definitely got the experience, and she showed that she knows what she's doing. And just when you thought Claressa was going to cruise to a dominant decision victory, she delivered the moment, the sonic boom, hey, you can. Damn, she got that mollywop pop. But with 10 seconds left in the fight, Claressa hit her with that. I don't know if it was an overhand right, right cross or right hook. It was with that right though, and she timed it perfectly. Perkins threw that punch. It was kind of slow, just like most of her punches were slow. And Claressa timed that. She timed that punch, and she just, she hit her boom with that right. And you could see Danielle Perkins' eyes roll back in her head. I'm gonna show him. She went down almost to her knees, but it wasn't a knockout. But then she stood up and she gave Claressa that look like, yeah, bitch, you got me. You got me. You got me. You got me. So we all want to know what's next with Claressa Shields. She's done her MMA thing. She's gone 15, 16. Now she's 16-0 in boxing in 4 or 5 different weight classes. She's proven that she's durable. She's proven that she's got the experience to go. There's only one other person that I'd like to see her fight, and I don't know if it'll be a good fight because Layla Ali is probably in her 50s or late 40s. So I don't even know how good of a fight that will be. But that's the only other person that I see that she could possibly, get a good fight from. So does she stay at heavyweight? How many people are a heavyweight for her to fight? Does she go back down to middleweight? Whatever she decides, one thing is clear. There's nobody out there right now that can truly challenge her. We know that to be true. She's the best. She's the face of women boxing. And last night in Flint, she reminded the world why. That right hand. So that's it for today's episode of The Breakdown. Make sure to like, subscribe, and for more fight breakdowns and all type of sports analysis. Until next time, keep it locked in here. Remember, Flint breeds champions.